Well, welcome back, everyone, I guess, to another wonderful episode of Brain Leak Podcast. I hope you all stayed leaky this week. How leaky we feeling?
Don't fix those pipes. If your drains are running, if
you got allergies,
if you have a washer and dryer and the washer just won't stop washing and it's slowly filling up your entire home and your mother says, open the door, let the water out.
And there's a swirling vortex inside your house.
Exactly, and fish have some way found themselves in your home. Don't fix that leak.
No, be friends with the fish. Learn to breathe underwater, bitch. Get gills, idiot.
Exactly.
Did you ever do that as a kid when it's like, why can't I breathe underwater? And then you're like taking a bath and you're like, I'm just going to try it. Let's see what happens. Like, I know I can't, but I want to understand the mechanics of why. And then you do it and it's like,
I'm so sure that I did. When I was a kid, my parents had a bathtub in their bathroom, and so I'd go and take baths in there. And then my mom would be in their room, and anytime I would go underwater, I would tell my mom that I was going underwater, so then she didn't get afraid if she called for me and I didn't answer because I was underwater for 3 seconds.
Okay, Mom, don't come in. I'm going under. Are you in there, Ethan? He's drowning.
Good effect.
Thank you. As you can tell, I've spent quite a number of hours underwater. I know the acoustics of how the ocean is.
Yeah, how many hours do you have logged underwater?
Oh, that is a good question. I wonder, it's like, how many hours have I spent asleep? How many breaths have I taken?
I want to know all these things when I die.
That's the other invention you can make. Oh. Just track everything. I have a Whoop watch. Why is it not tracking, did you go underwater?
Whoop?
Yeah, Whoop Whoop.
What is Whoop?
It's like a Fitbit fitness tracker, but it doesn't have a screen on it. And I like it.
Oh.
Because I don't have to be like, what's happening? Who's texting me? How many missed messages?
It doesn't tell you how many hours you have logged underwater.
No, I wanted to. How many hours have I spent underwater? You should get that when you die, like a stat screen.
Yeah. I want, how many hours have I spent underwater? What was the biggest poop I ever took?
How many enemies killed?
Yeah.
How many headshots?
How many times? Show me a supercut of times where I got super close to dying.
Oh, that would be cool.
I want that. And it's like, oh, what? I didn't even register that thing was happening.
I was having sex. What? It's like you were one pump away from a heart attack. It's a good thing you stopped when you did, because those valves, oh boy.
That'd be so cool. And then I want the mysteries of life, where it's a checklist of does this thing exist? Did this thing happen? Where it's like, the Loch Ness Monster exists? Yes, it did.
Dyatlov Pass incident, was it aliens? Nope. Oh, man.
Fuck.
Science can explain anything.
It's like death bingo. That would be cool.
Then
that would be cool.
Some idiots get there and it's like jet fuel melts steel beams and they're like, oh, man.
Oh, God damn it. God.
I thought I was right all along. What else would be cool to know? Like, how many hairs have I grown?
Oh, how many feet of hair did you grow in your life?
How many gallons of piss have I just ejected from my body?
Uh-huh.
How much blood can I drink?
maybe that's what the afterlife is. We die, and then it's an eternity of asking God stupid questions.
It's eternity of asking what kind of ideas we could do on the Brain Leak podcast. It's just coming up with more names for it and ideas.
Oh, man. That's right after how long did I spend underwater? What was the best episode of the Brain Leak podcast?
Turns out you got really close to death on one episode. It's like, Ethan, don't drink that coffee. It's got peanuts in it.
No, not my top of the morning coffee.
Hey.
It hits me so good.
Shout out. I got the hat. I got the tumbler. I'm a walking ad campaign.
But you still haven't replaced the neon sign.
I know. That's just pure laziness. Because I was like, I'll do a YouTube short out of it. I'll do a TikTok. I'll make it funny. And I'm like, I really don't have a good idea, so I should just put it up, huh?
Just put it up.
And the coffee people were also like, why didn't you put it up yet? And I'm like, I'm lazy.
Send somebody to come and do it for me.
Yeah.
I want to sleep.
I'm too rich for this. I'm too important.
I can't be bothered to set up a neon sign.
I don't lift my own arms. I have Jeeves do it.
Oh, yes.
What would your butler name be?
Oh, my butler name?
I want to be like a Reginald or Archibald. That's a good butler name.
Everyone, give us your best butler names.
Rufus.
Oh, I like Rufus.
Yeah, Rufus has you written all over it.
I like Rufus.
That would be your dog name for sure. If you were a dog, you'd be Rufus. Come here, Roofy.
Roofy. Wait, what kind of dog would you be?
I think we did this on the podcast already.
Did we?
Oh, we talked about what type of dog we'd already talked about dogs, what name our dogs' names would be. I think I said that I would be a Jack Russell Terrier.
Oh, because Jacksepticeye.
Yep. That's me.
That's the one.
And they eat their own ass.
Oh, every dog does.
Yeah, but they do it the best. They really get in there. They're how they're good at digging holes.
Eats ass the best.
Where's that fucking BuzzFeed video? Top 10 dogs who eat ass.
Have you ever seen those videos? We also may have talked about this already, but have you seen those videos of Jack Russell Terriers like hunting rats?
Yeah. They're so quick.
They're so fast because that's what they were bred to do, ?
Well, they're bred to hunt for sure, getting like tiny holes and rabbits and stuff like that. But yeah, the rats, they lift up a box and then it's like, get him, Rufus.
And then it goes. That's what rats sound like.
And then they, you get my bubble sounds and you get Ethan's rat sounds. They just go scurrying everywhere, and then the dogs grab them. They're like, shake their absolute shit out of them.
It's wild.
Poor rats.
So poor rats a little bit, but
Circle of life, baby.
Those dogs are having a blast.
Yeah, some die, some win. Whatever.
The dogs?
Yeah. They come up against a Giga Chad like Rat King, and then it's just like the from Dark Souls.
Dark Souls boss. Yeah.
It's like they lift it up. It's like, get him, Rufus, and then a health bar appears, and like, oh fuck.
Fuck.
And the dog's like, I don't know about this one, Chief. I can't get in there.
I also love those kind of videos of like people taking shit on their phones and they edit in a Dark Souls like the music and the health bar and stuff.
Have you ever seen?
It's so funny.
I have no idea what the original video is, but I think it was a Vine where it was like a dude with shopping bags in his hands and he's bald running across like beach water, and it says like the Orphan of Cause from Bloodbourne.
That's so funny. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Dude, there's a PlayStation event happening on Wednesday, on the 24th. So by the time this episode comes out, people will know if Bloodbourne PC, PS5 has been announced. People keep hinting at it. The original creator of God of War said he heard rumors, but he's also an idiot now, so I don't know.
Who knows? I see Bloodbourne trending every couple of months. And it's people being like, Bloodbourne 2 coming this fall.
I don't really want Bloodbourne 2. I love Bloodbourne so much, but I don't think it's going to happen. Sony Computer Entertainment Japan disbanded. Sony owns the rights, so FromSoft can't do whatever they want with it, so they have to get approval all the time, and Sony suck for that. It's like, even if they want to update it, they have to like, they should put Chris Pratt in it.
The Tom Holland boss.
You should put Chris Pratt as like Father Gascoigne.
Okay, if they did a Bloodbourne live-action movie, who's playing Whomst? Whomst.
Oh, that's a good one. I think Daniel Day-Lewis has to come back as like Vicar Amelia. He could really transform for that role. I want Christian Bale as Orphan of Cause because he would slim way down like the machinist.
That would be so funny.
He basically kind of looks like him in the Thor movie anyway.
Oh, man.
Father Gascoigne, who should he be?
See, now this is...
He should be James Spader, the guy who does Ultron's voice in the Avengers. He's also in...
James Spader?
He's Robert California in The Office. Everything he talks about has this sound.
Oh, this dude, yeah.
He's such a good voice. He's like, beasts all over the shop. You'll be one soon, sooner or later.
Who's going to be Gehrman?
That's a good one. Gehrman. We need someone who's commanding. We need like an older actor, like Gary Oldman or someone like that.
Ooh, Gary Oldman would be fun.
He'd be called Gehrman Oldman.
Gehrman Oldman.
Oh, God. That's like the... Oh, if this was done in the 90s, the actors would be this for the Marvel movies, like Tom Cruise as Iron Man kind of thing. This is this version of it. Who would play the Bloodbourne characters?
Damn.
Brendan Fraser would be the whale. Just that one screenshot from the whale. It's just the boss. It's just a JPEG walking around. I haven't seen that movie. Have you?
No, I have not seen it either. Nicolas Cage could be Mikolash. He's got a cage on his head.
That would be so fucking good. Nicholas.
Just fucking running around.
He'd be called Nicolaj. Oh my God. Oh.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, because he's got a cage on his head too, so it works perfectly.
It's perfect.
Oh, I forget everything. I'm waking up. Oh, that would be perfect casting.
That would be so good.
Brad Pitt could be Rom the vacuous spider.
Brad Pitt as Rom.
I just want to see those movie posters now where it's like, you know how it's like Austin Butler is Fade Routha in Dune, and it's like those like intense headshots. I just want to see that for Bloodbourne. Just like a split half down the middle.
The marketing for the live action Little Mermaid has been really funny. Did you see the posters that Disney tweeted out of like each character?
It's like Sebastian. It's like, it's just a fucking crab.
It's so funny. The one that made me laugh the hardest was Flounder, because it was just a
He's got such a
photo of a fish.
He's got such a doofy face in the picture as well.
It's so funny.
Oh,
It's
why?
so fucking funny.
Everyone's like, oh, they cast like a black girl as Ariel, which I think she's fucking awesome. Her voice is absolutely nuts, and she seems like she's doing a great job. But it's like, why did you take all the color and fun and love out of that movie?
That's the thing that's so frustrating about the live action remakes is, so apparently I heard that the reason that they do it is so they can retain the copyright. Because those movies are like getting older, and I guess Disney won't have the copyright anymore. Because like those stories aren't originally Disney stories; they're like super old.
Yeah, because I think it's the rubber hose Mickey that's about to go into Creative Commons. He's about to like pass copyright. Fucking Flounder.
It's just a photo of a fish.
Fucking fish.
Jacob Tremblay, fish. It's so funny.
It's like, oh, honey, what movie are you in? I've been hearing a lot of buzz about it. It's like, well, check out my character poster. It's like, Jacob Tremblay, do the face, do
the greatest role of a lifetime. This is the role of a lifetime.
Also,
fish.
Isn't he like mostly yellow in the original?
Yeah.
It's like oh God, I don't fucking understand it. What kid is looking at that and going like, wow, the magic of fish?
This episode of Brain Leak is sponsored by BetterHelp. Sean, you know what it's like to have the weight of success always bearing down on you every step of every day. There's just so many people wanting to claw at you, so much money coming in and out, just so much success always coming out of your brain, and I bet it can get overwhelming, can't it?
The pressures of success and the weight that it brings along with it weigh on me very heavily every single day.
It really does, but you know, Sean, you can get a little bit of help for that. You don't have to suffer in silence with the success, all right? You can talk to somebody about it, and you can make it easier than you might think with a little place called BetterHelp.
That sounds great.
BetterHelp. Doesn't it?
If you think about it, we all exercise our muscles. We all want to get better physically. We want to eat better. We want to get healthy. We want to sleep more. But you gotta take care of in here as well. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Is the mind.
Mm-hmm. It's the mind. And just like your body, you gotta work that thing out. You gotta make it feel fresh. You gotta make it feel good.
If you want to try it out for yourself, if you're thinking, man, I would like to go to therapy and get help as well, you can give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule.
Just fill out a brief questionnaire and you get matched with a licensed therapist. And you can switch therapists at any time. If you don't feel like it's a good fit, you can switch to someone else for no additional charge.
I've been going to therapy for a while. I think Ethan can vouch for it as well. It's great for the mind, body, soul.
And the brain. And if your brain is leaking a little bit too much, we all get there sometimes. It's good to seek some professional help. And you can do so as well with BetterHelp.com/leak.
How much does that get me off?
That's 10% off your first month, Sean. And where do they go again?
They go to BetterHelp.com/leak. LEAK.
Wow. Protect your mind, your body, your soul from leaking a little bit too much.
Leak a little less.
It's so weird. It's so weird. And it's, I don't know. They can do a live action remake without the animals looking like real animals.
Yeah. Because the Lion King one, I was like, I'll see what it's all about. And that movie made over $1 billion at the box office. That's a fucking crying shame. And then you go in and it's like, why am I just watching National Geographic?
Yeah.
The voice actors were great, but it's also like, I'm not going to go back and watch this ever.
Yeah. It takes all of the magic out of it.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It's so unexpressive. I mean, we're preaching to the choir most times on this kind of stuff, but Jesus Christ, it's such a bad idea.
Yeah. It feels like there's no soul.
Yeah, did you see the Pinocchio one with Tom Hanks?
I did not see the movie, but I saw a ton of clips and I watched a review of it.
Did you see him going through the water with Pinocchio being a fucking propeller? And then he's just oh, we're on the beach now, I guess. And then Tom Hanks' character is bone dry, doesn't have a single drop of water on him. It's very so soulless. Do you think they were like, we can't put Tom Hanks in the water? He'll get flashbacks to Wilson in Castaway. He'll start rocking in his chair. He's like, I can't do it again. Because there used to be a time when everyone was like, man, Tom Hanks hasn't made a bad movie. And it's like, well, now he has. He's made a lot of them.
Now he has.
I mean, get that bag. Get money however you want. But
yeah,
I don't think Tom Hanks needs more money. I think he's probably okay.
That's the thing where I get a little confused sometimes with choices that actors make, because I was watching an interview with Daniel Radcliffe a few months ago. It was after he made the Weird Al movie, which I haven't watched yet. And
Same.
I want to.
I forgot that it came out.
Yeah. Well, also that movie, I think it came out in theaters. I can't remember, but now it's exclusive to Roku or something like that. Which
Ew.
Is random.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's my trigger word. Don't say Roku.
It was very funny because when I was having everything installed for the movie room at my house, they were like, yeah, and we'll add the PS5 to this one, and the Blu-ray player, if you want Blu-rays, will go on this one, and then we'll install a Roku on this. And I was like, I don't need that. And he was like, are you sure? We can add the Roku to here if you want. And I was like, no.
You don't want the Roku? Amazon Fire Stick? Dude, what's going on? Dude, you gotta hit up the Apple TV.
Well, it was so weird because they put an Apple TV in there, and I was like, why the fuck would I need an Apple TV and a Roku? This doesn't make any sense.
Because that's the thing. My one has the Kaleidoscope player, but then it also has an Apple TV. Because anything that's not on that, then I'm like, Apple TV then has everything.
Yeah.
I
was like, why would I need both of these?
Anyway, Daniel Radcliffe,
yeah. So he was doing an interview for Weird Al, And the person interviewing him was like, yeah, it's interesting, like, seeing your career after Harry Potter. Like, you take all of these, like, really interesting roles in, like, movies that a lot of people are like, why is he doing this weird movie? Like, do you want to speak on that? And he's like, yeah, Harry Potter, I never have to work a day in my life ever again because of Harry Potter. And, like, I can choose the projects that I work on now. And so I thought that was really cool, where it's like he's doing all these weird roles because it's stuff that he's actually interested in and stuff that's like challenging and fun, instead of just taking a movie to get the paycheck. He's like, I don't need another penny in my life. I want to do these roles because they're cool and weird and interesting.
Like this is not a flex whatsoever, but I got a royalty check for Free Guy. And it's like, it's nothing. It's like a couple of $100 kind of stuff. But I'm like, that's me being in it as myself for like a tiny ass role. Imagine the residuals. Because I saw that like the cast of Friends earn like $10 to $20 million each every year from Friends.
From Friends?
Just because it's still so popular. They're still getting that much residuals from it. I'm like, man, so some people are getting so much money from these types of movies. And I get, because I can't remember what actor it was. It was maybe not Christian Bale, maybe it was Robert Downey Jr. or somebody that said that they're making movies now for their kids.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was. It was a big name actor, and they were like, I'm just making movies now to kind of like make money and like make movies for my kids because I'm older and I've like done the movies I want to do, but I can also just do fun stuff for my kids to watch and see me in. And I'm like, I get that. Does Tom Hanks have kids?
Yes, Chet Hanks.
What?
You don't know about Chet Hanks?
No.
Oh, we can go down a rabbit hole.
Who or what is Chet Hanks? This sounds like a fucking D's nuts that you're trying to get me with.
Look up Chet Hanks Jamaican accent.
Oh,
he went
to
I don't know enough about Chet Hanks.
I put in Chet Hanks, and it's the third result is Jamaican accent.
I did not think about royalties when it comes to the Harry Potter cast. I wonder if they get them.
Sorry.
Are you listening to it?
I saw Chet Hanks. Oh my god, why he went to the Caribbean for like a week.
It's so funny. So funny.
Wait, it's not even like... It's like my accent is more Americanized now because I'm just surrounded by it and like trying to not... Whatever. It's like your accent like shifts, but there's still like a lot of the Irish in there. Or people go to England and they live there for a couple of years and they pick up that. But you don't pick up the entire... You're not like voice acting a role.
It's so fucking funny. It's so funny.
He's saying like big up the Golden Globes. It's like, dude, wait, how did Chet Hanks talk before? Because I don't know.
Probably like a normal person.
Did he think that was okay?
Again, I don't know enough about him other than he speaks with a Jamaican accent sometimes, and it's really funny.
He's doing an interview where the lady's like, so you showed off your Jamaican accent at the Golden Globes red carpet. Like it's a fucking bag that he bought. And then he's like, yeah, like showing...
Who are you wearing?
It's like showing off the culture and everything. He just goes back into his normal voice. It's like...
It's so funny.
It's not something you just pick up and do.
So yes, Tom Hanks does have at least one kid.
Oh, well, we should ask Tom Hanks if he considers the fact that he has a kid anymore.
Yeah.
He's like, no. I lost him to Jamaica.
Yeah, no, I like when people in those positions like make shit for the joy of making shit.
Yeah, I think that's why someone like Daniel Radcliffe or Robert Pattinson is so fun to watch. Or Dev Patel, he did The Last Airbender, and then he was like, I'm never doing big blockbusters for a paycheck ever again. And like Riz Ahmed and those kind of guys, you can really tell the guys who want to like make stuff for the sake of making it, like a Daniel Day-Lewis. I mean, you can do whatever you want at the end of the day, but if I were to do stuff, that would be how I would like to do it. Because that's why I was like, if Tom Hanks has like young kids, then maybe, but I don't think he's making a man named Otto for Chet Hanks.
But also, like, even if he, I don't know, he Tom Hanks is on the upper echelon of actors and celebrities and stuff. So, like, he's one of those people that I assume, unless he has horrific spending habits, where it's like, you don't need to work anymore. I don't know. It seems weird in a position like that where it seems like Tom Hanks loves acting.
Yeah, and he's really, really good.
He's a very good actor, where it's like, my guy, like, you have to be doing these movies for the paycheck, because I am sure, get pitched so many scripts where it's like, if you wanted to just like act in a cool thing, there's a billion scripts that head your way.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know.
Everyone wants a Tom Hanks in their movie. It kind of feels like, I don't know, I guess because we're under the thing that, I think we said it last time, that if we were ever to fizzle out or something, it's like, it's better to like go out than fizzle out. Like, I don't want to be somebody that's here like 10 years from now making the same like jokes over Let's Plays, and everyone's so, like, so sick of seeing me. And then you're taking like, I see it as doing that, but taking like really like silly brand deals of things that you just don't really care about at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, different people, you can do whatever you want, but all I can do is judge, and I'm good at that. I'm good at judging other people.
And like the brand deal stuff too, like you and I, we would never do any brand deals ever. So let's cut to ad reads.
Oh, Ethan, oh, I've hurt myself in the area that I cannot mention.
You hurt yourself in your unmentionables?
I was using a razor that was bad for my beans.
Oh, Sean, you've done this so many times. Last week it was kitchen scissors you were going down in there with. You gotta find a better way, and boy, do I have one for you, Sean. Listen.
What?
Listen, with the summer months coming around the corner, I want to feel good everywhere, and I want to look good, and I want to be smooth all over the place.
Easy breezy, baby.
Easy, breezy, beautiful. And you know who helped me with that? With, becoming smooth everywhere, even down there? It was Manscaped.
Oh, Manscaped. They saved my balls once.
They save my balls every day. Manscaped has a beautiful Performance Package 4.0, which gives you everything you need to stay groomed everywhere.
Y'all heard of the Essential Lawnmower 4.0, waterproof, cordless trimmer, and a ton of other liquid formulations to route out your grooming routine? Now you did.
Yeah, they've got it for you. Baby!
They also, and the cream of the crap as it is, they got Crop Preserver, a ball deodorant, and Crop Reviver ball toner, which I actually use after every shower, and it makes things feel tingly and nice and smell good. I don't want my balls to smell.
That's wonderful. Whether you're trimming your chest hair or the treasure chest in your pants, this is the best trimmer on the market. You're not going to get all these nicks and cuts down there. It's going to be smooth and it's going to be easy. And if you need to groom in other places, they've got you covered as well with the Weed Whacker 2.0. You got all these hairs up in there, up in that nostril. It can take care of that. I just used mine the other day because I had a little guy sticking out. He was going, hey, what's up? And I said, you're not welcome here. I don't want you here. Get out! No! So I used the Weed Whacker 2.0, and it got those little hairs out of there lickety-split.
Not only that, but for summer, you're going out, you got your dogs out, your barkers. I don't know about you, I got hairy toes. I can shave those off. They also got a Shears 2.0 nail kit now, so you can look summer breezy fresh.
Oh, yeah, and it's great. It's got everything that you need to trim up those little paws of yours.
Man, if only I went to manscaped.com and used the code BRAINLEAK to get 20% off free shipping with the code BRAINLEAK at manscaped.com.
Is that the code BRAINLEAK at manscaped.com when you're checking out and you get free shipping and 20% off?
It sure is. Trim your chesticles with the besticles.
Thanks, Manscaped. You saved my marriage.
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid to do stuff like that. Like, you already have enough. Do you really need to do more?
Exactly. It's just like, I think it's a big-headed thing. It's just to fuel the ego of like, oh, we got XY sponsor, whatever. And it's like, your podcast isn't even ahead of Joe Rogan anymore.
What's even the point? Like, pack it in.
Exactly.
Like, you're already irrelevant right out the gate, so who really gives a shit?
Anyway, guys, this is the last episode of the Brain Leak podcast.
We're done. We're washed up, just like Jacob Tremblay as Flounder.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I do hope that movie at least, what's her name, Halle Bailey? Because I was like, oh, it's like Halle Berry.
I think about that because so many people choose a stage name when they go into acting, and I'm like, why would you?
Wait, is that not her real name?
Well, I don't know, but like, if I was an actor, I'd be like, my name is too close to Halle Berry. Maybe I should think about changing it so it's not confused all the time.
Halle Berry had her moment. It's Halle Bailey time now.
Have you seen Cats? Not Cats. Catwoman?
Oh, yeah. I was 14 when that movie came out. Of course I saw Catwoman.
Man, you know what bad superhero movie I actually kind of love is Elektra.
Oh, yeah. Elektra and Daredevil.
I never saw Daredevil.
Oh,
well, have I?
Colin Farrell is Bullseye in it, and it's so stupid, but I love it.
I love Colin Farrell. Can we get Colin Farrell on the podcast?
I would love that. He's one of my favorite actors.
Who's your dream guest?
Ryan Reynolds. Duh.
Yeah, we could do that. We could pull that.
Yeah,
we got Riz.
I just text him right now.
We got Riz.
No, I'm afraid to. I don't want to.
No, please. I don't
want to ruin that friendship.
I am very excited though because you're coming to LA soonish, and we can record stuff in person. We got to think of a fun little set that we can.
We can record in-person episodes.
Yeah,
touch each other. We just need one chair. I'll sit in your lap.
Perfect. That would be so
Stick our
good.
brains together.
Stick the brains together. Wow. I have a thing to talk about, Sean.
Okay. Has it swollen? Has it gotten bigger since last time?
Yeah, and it's like, at what point should you pop a hemorrhoid?
I think you just like you keep forcing blood into the region until it happens on its own. Just eat a lot of like red curry, a lot of Taco Bell, get a biryani Indian.
What?
Like a really hot Indian curry.
Okay.
Or a vindaloo.
Oh, I do love a vindaloo.
Yeah. Just like really fucking rupture that asshole.
Okay. Well, I'll report in next week.
Yeah, but go ahead about what you were going to talk about.
I am no longer Crank Gameplays.
Oh! Bye-bye, Crank. See you later.
See you later. What is up, my cranky crew? More like...
What is up, my nest eggs?
My nest eggs.
Can we make that Ethan's thing? Can I force something upon you to live with?
I saw a very funny, because people were talking about the rebrand, and I saw a very funny tweet that was somebody talking about Brain Leak, and they're like, man, it's so cute because Mark had custody over Ethan for Unis Honest, and now Mark gave custody to Sean for Brain Leak.
Oh my god.
I was like, Jesus
Do you love being babied on the internet? Do you love when people
infantilized?
Yeah, when people toss you around between me and Mark like you're not a person.
Yes,
I mean,
it's my favorite thing.
People used to do it between me, Mark, and Felix. It was like, oh, it's so cute how they like bring Sean along, like how they started before him and now he's part of the group. It's like, yeah, Mark started like 6 months before I did.
Yeah,
it wasn't that long.
I can't remember if we talked about this already. We should have someone go out there and make a subreddit of things that we've talked about, and then we can look at it every episode and be like, okay, don't talk about this, don't talk about this.
That's never gonna happen.
But after Creator Clash, that went down a lot, which was very funny. I think we did talk about this.
Like what?
Yeah. Like people babying me.
Oh.
After I got in a ring and fought a man, they were like, oh yeah, maybe he's an adult.
That's good.
One of my friends, I was texting her about it, and I was like, yeah, it sucks. And she's like, yeah, I saw this person say this once about, I think it might have been Timothy Chalamet, because people were like, oh, he's such a cute little blah, 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 blah.
Timmy Shimmy.
She was like, he's a grown man with dick and balls. So funny.
Yeah, it's
So
like...
good.
Yeah, I think it stopped for me after I turned 30. And I was like, I'm a grown-ass man. I pay taxes. I have a job. I have my own house.
Yeah, I own a company.
That's true.
Yeah.
I own several.
You own several companies.
I mean, I try to think of it from the other side of things, where it's like, yeah, it's weird, especially when people like say the same shit over and over again, or people baby you, or people give you shit for stuff. I always try and see it from their perspective, and that usually makes it a bit better, where I'm like, there's no reason getting upset about it. Who cares, really?
Yeah, and I think it's starting to fade out a bit because I'm getting older. Because I've always been the baby.
Your hair's gray.
I know, it's already going. I've always been like the youngest person in my friend group for the most part. But now that's changing a lot. Like, it's so weird, like, talking to like Tommy or Ranboo and being like, you are, not to do the same thing to them, but it's like, oh, weird, you're 18.
Yeah. Like, I didn't have a channel then.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
I did.
Wow.
Because I'm better than you.
Pull up the numbers, Jamie. Pull them up.
Don't do it, Jamie. I'll get demolished. But yeah, I rebranded after 10 years of being Crank Gameplays. I put her down, old Yeller style.
Put her out back and...
Yeah, no, it was a long time coming. You were pretty much the person to convince me that I should do it.
Well, me and Evelyn.
Yeah, you and Evelyn, when I came over for New Year's, we were talking about it.
I don't think we really convinced you. It was more like you had the idea for so long anyway, and I had heard you say it before. And then when you were around, we were just like, what's stopping you? And you were kind of like, huh.
Yeah. Because Evelyn was talking about when she rebranded.
Right, yeah. So she used to be Girl Gamer Gab. And she's like, I don't really want to be Girl Gamer.
I'm so jealous of Evelyn's name.
I'm so jealous of Evelyn in general.
Yeah.
She's cool, calm, collected. She speaks 3 languages. She's tall. She's got great hair, lovely skin.
And a cool last name.
Yes.
And a dope social security number. Do you guys have those?
Not really. We have equivalencies, but I think we talked about it here or with somebody else, but those things are just ridiculous. How someone can just be like, haha, mine, I am you.
Guys, let us know what your top 10 favorite social security numbers are.
Yeah, what are the top 10 digits in your social security number? But yeah, now you're Ethan Nestor.
I am Ethan Nestor now.
At Ethan. Well, not on Instagram.
Not on Instagram yet. And not on YouTube, technically, either.
Well, who fucking cares what's under the hood of that thing?
YouTube is in a weird spot right now because they're changing everything to handles.
Yeah, I've tried like putting the Brain Leak podcast in my descriptions for like videos. And it's like, go watch this. And then it auto asks you to like click on the channel to like autofill it. So it turns into a tag. But whenever I do that, it comes in at like half the channel ID username. And then when you click it, it's like, sorry, this doesn't exist. So then I just take that out, put in at Brain Leak Podcast, and then it shows up anyway.
Yeah.
So it's really broken.
I changed my YouTube handle months ago to just at Ethan, because YouTube was like, we'll give that to you if you want. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. But then if you do youtube.com/Ethan, it brings you to a different channel.
So what's the fucking point of it? No one's putting at.
You have to put the at. And I was like, hey, is there any way to change my like custom URL to just do /Ethan or /Ethan Nestor? And they're like, no, we're going away with those. It's just going to be handles. But that's stupid because nobody does that.
Ethan has 6.8k subs. And the about page says, welcome to Ethan. They have no videos.
Welcome to
Ethan. Welcome to the Ethan zone.
Welcome to the Ethan zone, baby.
But yeah, I'm very excited. It's been something that I've been thinking about for a long time. Because I mean, ever since I started my channel, like gaming has just been like a way for me to make stuff. Like I do love video games and stuff, but when I started, it was like this is the easiest way for me to make something. And over the years, I think that I've kind of fallen out of love with recording Let's Plays, and I think that my audience also is like, we like it way better when you are doing other stuff.
Yeah, and that stuff
That's
always
shit
seems
that
to
I
do
have
better
fun
for you anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus no one needs gameplays in their name in like 2023. Like it works back in the day, but these days not so much.
That's a lot of people were like, why change the name? It's just change your content. And it's like, well, if I had a name like Jacksepticeye or Markiplier or something like that, then it would be different. But the fact that I have gaming in my name is like, it's going to deter people immediately because they're going to be like, oh, that is a gaming channel.
Yeah, because it's the same with Game Grumps. It's like everything on that is just gaming, and then they have the Grumps for non-gaming. So it's like for people who want to make separate channels, sure, that makes sense. But I don't like making those. I mean, I have the Clips channel, but I don't really run it. But yeah, I think it's a good call. I think it'll do well.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's also nice to have like your face as your icon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I'm really, really excited. It's like it's given me that spark back a bit. And it's funny because it makes me more excited to play video games. Because one, I'll start playing them more for myself, but two, I'll just start streaming more because that's where like it's actually fun because it's like, oh, I get to interact with chat and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's nothing worse. There's plenty of things worse.
No, there's not. There's nothing worse than what?
This is my truth. Shut the fuck up, everyone. There's nothing worse than having a game coming out and wondering if I'm going to play it to my millions of viewers or play it for my spare time. Do I do it where I make money off of it? Or do I do it for fun? I live the hardest life. I walk the truest path.
I wouldn't want to walk a mile in your... I wouldn't want to walk a step in your shoes.
That's true. They probably wouldn't fit. I don't know if we're the same shoe size.
I have no idea, and we won't ever know because different shoe sizes.
And we're not doing that.
Yeah.
It's like walk a mile in someone's shoes. It's like, I don't want to walk a mile in my own shoes. A mile is far. I don't want to do that.
And your shoes smell.
Yeah,
Smell
like
so bad.
I don't know. Maybe I should go to a podiatrist and like figure out if my gait is good enough.
If your gait?
Yeah, you know how like your walk is your gait. I think it's GAIT.
I don't know anything about my gait.
Oh, baby. Like, you got to tell me about Chet Hanks. I'm going to teach you about gait.
Yeah, teach me about my gait.
Gait, GAIT, is a person's manner of walking. The easy gait of an athlete. That's the best sentence you could have come up with.
Do you think you have an easy gait or kind of a hard to get gait?
I'm gatekeeping. I'm gatekeeping my walk. What's your gait?
Sexy, sultry, slutty, other S words. You know, shitty.
Shitty, silly, stupid.
Shitty, silly,
stinky.
Stupid. You know, Sean, with the pandemic, I got trapped in a cycle of ordering food out all the time, and I felt like I was getting a little unhealthy, and I wasn't enjoying myself in the kitchen as much as I used to. But you know, it's hard to go out to the grocery store and figure out what you want to eat and get everything for the recipe, and I just wish that there was a better, easier way to make good, healthy meals at home.
Oh, Ethan, you stupid son of a bitch, there is! It's called HelloFresh!
Oh, HelloFresh?
Yeah, it's like seeing the ingredients right in front of you and going, hello, fresh ingredients. Ooh, can I eat you? I've used HelloFresh a lot. I also did it over the pandemic. It was great. Not only did I get fresh ingredients and food and flavors and I got to pick the things that I wanted to eat, but it also taught me how to actually cook because it was things that went in together. And I was like, really? Those go together? Then I tasted bellissimo.
It's wonderful. It's nice, too, because they give you the exact amount of ingredients that you need, so you're putting everything in. There's no waste. I had a problem for a while where I'd go to the grocery store and get ingredients for a meal, and then I'd make that one meal, and then I'd have leftover stuff, and it would go to waste because I'm a stupid idiot who can't proportion things out correctly. But HelloFresh knows all about it, and they've got delicious meals, and it's not repetitive, too, all the time. It's not the same meal every day. You can pick and choose from tons of different fantastic meals every week.
So whether you're trying to just eat better, trim down, gain muscle, or bulk up, you can use HelloFresh because they have protein meals as well. You can sort by whatever kind of meals you want. And it's easy. And I also hate grocery shopping. I love cooking and I hate grocery shopping. And that does not go together. But HelloFresh helped so much.
So much.
So go to HelloFresh.com/BrainLeak16 and use code, what was that, Ethan?
BrainLeak16, baby.
Why 16? Why did they put that in?
If you use that, you're going to get 16 free meals plus free shipping. That's 16 free meals. That's so many.
That's
plus
so
free
many
shipping.
meals.
I know.
Anyway, go to HelloFresh.com/BrainLeak16. Start your cooking journey today.
Thumbs up, baby. Let's get to cooking with HelloFresh. But yeah, no more gameplays, baby. Just making weird stuff, and it's more fun. And it's more fun for the people I work with too. Like I was texting Nervely and Justin, my editors, and they were like, "Dude, it's been so much fun editing videos recently because, as you know, when you're editing Let's Plays, it can get really formulaic. Like, if you want to, especially, like, a longer form Let's Play, you can just edit to the waveforms. Like, you can just look at the audio and cut out the gaps, and it's just like, okay, there's a cut done.
You would think so, but I edited my own Tears of the Kingdom videos, and I left another pee break in.
Oh, baby, it's Undertale all over again.
And then I had to cut it out with the YouTube editor, but for, like, 4 hours after that, because it's a long video, it fucks up all the audio. And then it takes like a day for the audio to like go back into sync again, but
It's nice to have the feature of being able to edit something straight from YouTube, but God, does the processing take forever.
Yeah.
It takes forever.
Especially for a longer video too, but yeah, left the fucking pee break in.
Good job.
Thanks. I edit.
But it's fun. I'm excited to make new stuff. I'm excited to,
I don't know, have something different every time I upload.
What if you changed it and now everyone leaves? What if everyone just leaves you?
Well,
Brain leak.
I guess I'll move back home to Maine and live in the woods.
Go whale fishing.
I'm fine with that.
Whale fishing.
Yeah, that's your new channel, whale fishing.
Yes, I just do a real big 180, and I'm just like, I'm a whale hunter now.
I did dredge in real life. It's just like dredging the oceans clean.
I'm going to kill everything.
Today, guys, I'm killing everything in our ocean.
I destroyed an entire ecosystem. Watch me put it back together.
God, I, again, don't know if we've talked about this. Did you see the guy on TikTok a while ago that made the frog army and just absolutely decimated his local ecosystem?
Oh, I've heard about it, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, it is horrifying. So nature kills a lot of things because, balance and whatnot. So frogs will lay a bunch of eggs, and naturally, I think a large majority of those eggs will not hatch.
Aren't frogs like one of the worst things to bring into another ecosystem?
Yeah.
Because they just have so many babies?
They have so many babies, and they eat a ton of bugs and stuff, so it's a lot.
Puts it all out of whack.
But because of the cold, because of predators, a bunch of stuff, like... Jamie, pull it up. How many
frogs does it take to kill a human
of
man?
Frog eggs die. Let's get the numbers here. Jesus Christ, it's way different than I thought, which makes this even worse. On average, only 1 in 50 frog eggs survive, which is 2%.
Wow.
Yeah. So 98% of the frog eggs laid will die.
Wait, but every time I see frog spawn, and then there's like 100 million tadpoles afterwards. Do the tadpoles also die?
Yeah. But like the eggs won't survive, so they'll get eaten or whatever. But frogs lay so many eggs though. But anyway, this person went, they live in Florida apparently.
Of course they do.
Yeah, of course. But they went to this pond. There was a ton of frog eggs. So they went around collecting in their like neighborhood, because in Florida there's so many like little ponds and swamps and stuff. They just went around collecting stuff before the fall, because a lot of the frog eggs will die in the fall / winter because it'll get too cold. They collected all of these eggs. They had an estimated 1.4 million frog eggs.
Oh, that's so much spawn.
That's so much spawn. And when you can control the temperature and when there are no predators, those eggs will hatch. I mean, not all of them, because, I mean, other things can happen. So this person had over 1 million frogs that hatched, and then they just let them loose into their neighborhood. Jesus. And there are videos of, like, people going down the road and there are frogs all covering the driveways, covering people's doorsteps and stuff.
If I saw that,
like,
I would full sure think the plague was upon us. Like, the end times are happening, the locusts are next.
Uh-huh.
As if Florida couldn't get worse.
I don't know if anything has been charged, but that's definitely like...
That's jail time.
It's like eco-terrorism.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that.
That's like pouring gallons of milk in a river.
Yeah. Everyone on the comments of that, though, like, I don't know if anyone was actually supporting it. It was just people being like, yo, dude, you're gonna fuck up your ecosystem. Like, please don't do this. Like, because originally it was a joke of like, oh, yeah, you're saving all the frogs, huh? And then it got too much, and it was like, hey, please don't do this, actually. Like, they're supposed to die for a reason.
Yeah.
This is really going to fuck everything up. There's not going to be a single bug in the state of Florida after this.
It's like, but we saved all the frogs. But what about all the bugs? It's like, one at a time.
Yeah.
Then I release all the bugs, and they kill the frogs. Oh, obviously.
Well, what eats frogs?
Men.
Fish.
French, French people.
I have another thing to bring up.
Oh, no.
I remember...
Did you kill a turtle?
No, I remember what I was going to bring up when I was like, I should have written that down.
Oh.
Because that's a fun thing to bring up. It's not fun to bring up.
No.
I think I talked about this on the podcast. The birds that I have.
Yes. Well, you talked about rats.
Yes.
And then you had birds moved in, and I was like, are they with the rats?
Yeah, they were buddies, drinking buddies. Met each other in college. It's crazy. They were on the same Frisbee team.
Yeah. Semper Fi Kappa Delta.
There were 2 mourning doves on my porch. There's a little shelf. 2 mourning doves came in, made a nest on
You say
the shelf.
mourning doves like they're special. They're pigeons. They're just
They're
pigeons.
prettier than that. Okay, fine. Pigeons. But they're mourning doves. It's different. They're different. It's a different bird.
Fine.
It's a different bird. That's like...
Aren't they just
What?
white pigeons?
No.
They look like white pigeons.
Is it mourning dove versus pigeon?
What's the difference? The pigeon and mourning dove are from the same family, but these stout, short-beaked birds are different in both subtle and obvious ways.
It's like a wolf and a dog, but less cool.
Differences in diet. They're more pretty. You know, they're a symbol of love and peace. And
Hey,
whatever.
look, people all look different, but we're still human at the end of the day.
They're different birds. They're more, what is it called? Charismatic? Sure. Anyway, fucking doesn't matter.
2 mourning doves flew to my porch. They made a beautiful nest, and then I watched it happen. They laid 2 eggs.
Oh, can't wait to hear where this story's going.
For about 2 weeks, every morning, I would go out on the porch, and I was able to get closer to these birds every day because they started to trust me because they'd see me all the time. For about 2 weeks was the incubation period. And then the eggs finally hatched. It was very cute because there were 2 doves, as I said, and they would work in shifts. So one would go and fly out and do whatever, and then
9 to 5.
Exactly. Like a couple times a day, they would come back and switch, and it was really cute. So the eggs hatch. There's 2 beautiful baby birds, and over the course of the next 2 weeks, they grow. They start to get their feathers. La 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 la. Everything's great. 2 days ago, I wake up and I do my usual. I step out of bed. I praise God. I go to open my back door and I look in the corner and there are no birds there.
Oh.
And I go, that's so weird. They were growing fast as the youths do.
They learned so quick.
They learned so quick. They flew away. I open the door, and Spencer starts going,
Classic.
and I see his head go down, and his body's in the way. I can't see, and I'm like, Spencer, what are you sniffing? And Spencer, being the obedient boy that he is, when I go, Spencer, he backs off. And on the floor is some dried up blood and a bunch of feathers. And then there's just a track of feathers that go along my porch up on the railing. And yeah. I don't know if those feathers were the baby birds or if it was the mother bird. It was hard to tell. But the other bird did come back. The birds' names were Thomas and Marvin. Marvin came back later that day. He flew to take over for a shift, and it was extremely sad seeing him fly back and look around and then just kind of like sit there for a minute, and then he flew away. But it was just like, oh, damn.
Damn, she left and took the kids, huh?
I don't know if the other adult is still alive. The baby birds were not big enough to fly. They definitely didn't fly away.
So they probably just walked away.
They definitely walked away, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was either a coyote or an owl, because I hear owls every night, and I hear coyotes pretty much every night too. But that was Mother Nature, baby. It was very sad.
What if it was aliens?
What if it was aliens?
What if they're playing a prank on the dad?
Oh shit!
They just
What if it's like one of those like skits from back in like 2016 when pranking was really big?
Boyfriend v girlfriend.
Yeah, or like I can't remember which YouTuber it was, but when they pranked like being kidnapped and then killing their friend.
Yeah, it's just like that.
Just like that.
You need to call the bird police.
That's what I should do for my rebrand. I should start kidnapping my friends and killing them on camera as a goof.
Yeah, don't kill them like immediately. Like keep them in your basement and like record them and see like a person's true character when they're like bound, gagged, and deprived of amenities. Like just see what they turn into. So it's like your favorite YouTuber isn't what you think they are. Are they? And then you point the camera down and they're like, you have to have like the room dark with just like a flashlight on the camera.
I think that I could do that to really help my friends further their careers, because I think a lot of people in the YouTube space like really want to get into acting, but they don't think they're good enough.
Yeah.
And so I could show them their true emotional range and show them the footage after and be like, see that? That's what you need to channel.
And when people are always like, oh, it's after they die they become famous. Just pretend they're dead for like 2 months and then suddenly, I'm back. I have all these fans who love my work now.
Ethan Nestor's acting school for the YouTubers, for the dying YouTuber.
Yeah.
This is my new pivot.
This has immense amounts of potential in it.
God, this is my multiverse of madness.
Yeah. Or like a cooking channel or something like on the side.
Yeah. But who are we to give advice, Sean? Huh?
I know. Roll the intro.
Oh, baby! This first one comes from Vanessa.
What up, Vanessa?
What up, leaker? How do I tell my mom I don't like the croissants she's been buying for years? I feel like it's too late now, but she keeps trying to make me eat them. It's quite a dilemma.
Ooh. the croissants that she's buying. Are you guys like French Canadian? Because this is a breaking of bonds. This is like destroying the very fabric of your relationship reality.
Yeah, because if you are French, like this is in your lineage. It's in your DNA.
I think what you should do is every time your mom's around and like, here, have a croissant. You're just like, so tasty. And you just pretend to eat it. You can hide it. Learn magic. Like sleight of hand, easy. So then...
oh my God, that's such a good idea. The magic part.
Boy, it gets better. Then you just start having the croissants show up in random places in the house you know the mom's going to. So you put them in the cupboard where the cups are. You put them in like the dishwasher. You put them under her pillow. You put them under her mattress. Like, you know, the Princess and the Pea, and your mom's like, oh, what is this? I can't sleep. And then you realize it's the shitty, rock hard, stale, ugly, gross croissants that she's been buying. You make her fear the croissants. She'll never buy them again. If she's scared of the croissants, she's never going to buy them. Start like playing like ominous music when she finds them. Just like build a whole elaborate system, like a Rube Goldberg machine that kicks off every time she finds a croissant.
We should build a Rube Goldberg machine for a video.
Yes.
I don't know if either of us are smart enough.
You have to do one of those ones where it's like you put the ball down and it just keeps going. Like a hairdryer blows it, bounces off pots.
Damn, and the final thing is it knocks a Shure SM7B into a pot of boiling water.
The Rube Goldberg machine ends halfway. We just gave up on it.
I think that, being a person that recently created a podcast, I think there's too many podcasts out there, and there's too many stupid people talking about their opinions.
Yeah, ours is new, though, so take down one of the old ones that are like, they're done.
I think that we should start making it so you have to get a permit to buy a podcast microphone. Because they can't just be handing these out to anybody.
No, not everyone can look up what's the best microphone for a podcast and get an article about how Michael Jackson recorded Thriller on the SM7B, and that's why it's incredible.
Yes. Yeah, anyway, I think we should just start... we need licenses for these.
I think we need croissant-shaped microphones.
Maybe you do some propaganda kind of stuff.
Oh...
with the croissants.
Turn the town on her.
I don't know how old your mom is, but you have to inform her about cancel culture, okay? You can then show her a series of tweets or articles, what have you, about why croissants are problematic.
Yeah, there's bound to be a croissants cause cancer like article somewhere.
Yes. So you convince your mom like, hey, like I know that you're older and you know it's just you're not up with the times, you know, but croissants are problematic now.
Yeah.
You can't be having croissants in this house.
The French want them back.
You have to choose a different pastry or baked good. We could do Danishes. We could even take a little sidestep to like an eclair, but we can't do croissants anymore. So you convince your mother that the croissants are problematic and that, you know, she's guilty by association.
Yeah.
So you just say, you know, you're enabling the croissant.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of it.
A croissantist, as they're called. Mm-hmm. You should start like getting billboards around town where it's like what the croissants are not telling you kind of stuff. Man. Like make it really ominous. Like croissants are like ruining reality. So your mom you don't have to make your mom feel bad by saying it. You make your mom feel bad on her own accord. Make her get to that conclusion on her own.
Man, you don't even have to do billboards. You could just do Facebook.
Yeah.
Just make an article on Facebook. It might cost some funds.
It might cost some of your sanity as well to go on Facebook.
This is true. But once it's out there in the metaverse, your mom will see it.
Even Mark can't take that down. You just start spreading how croissants are really just the French's way of getting in your house. Like there's microphones in them. There's
they're bugged.
There's microchips. The French are listening, just in case of war. The French want to know what people's moves are.
Oh my God, that's another thing you could do. Your mom hands you the croissant. you pull like
yeah.
a 1990s like Halloween kind of thing where you put a razor blade in the croissant and then you go, oh, let's test how good this croissant is. You rip it open and you go, Mom, what the fuck? You put a razor blade in here?
Yeah, you put like a SIM card in it.
Yeah. Oh man, so you can convince your mom that she's been trying to like fuck with your life and kill you or something, and so she's afraid to give you these.
Yeah, and like you can really plan this out well, where it's like, oh, you go to the bathroom and then come back. It's like, Mom, I can't wait for the croissant. But what you've done is put like fake blood in your nose, and then when you open up the croissant, and then you're like, Mom, then you look up and like, you know, in those movies when like the tinnitus sound happens, and then your mom looks over and she's like, what is happening? He's like, blood streaming down your face. Oh, there's a microchip in your croissant. The whole world, like the house starts shaking. You have like music playing from your pocket or like a speaker that you've hidden in the house earlier. Oh, I just love a good narrative.
With the speaker, here's what you do. You say, so you have to go into this with earplugs already in. Mm-hmm. But you say, Mom, I don't want to have this croissant alone. Please share this croissant with me. You have your phone behind your back. Your mom takes a bite of the croissant. You play the brown noise or the brown note to make her shit her pants.
Yeah.
That note that's at a specific frequency that'll make you shit yourself.
Oh, that's what was playing in that pub that night when I was there. Oh. It was just the brown note, guys.
It was just the brown... Fuck. Damn.
It wasn't crowd noise. It was just making me shit.
It was just making me shit.
That's such a funny... Like, you're out and you
Guys,
accidentally shit your
note?
pants.
Did you hear the brown note?
Did you hear the brown note? Oh, my God, it's everywhere. Oh, no.
Anyway, gaslight your mom is what we're saying.
Most of our advice just boils down to gaslighting. So if you're sending in advice and the answer is, will gaslighting work? The answer is usually yes. But have fun with it. Just like come up with the sounds yourself. Use this as like your Scorsese moment where you just plan out what you want to do and just have fun with it.
Yeah.
This next one comes in from Pastel Stars. And they say, okay, listen, this is an extremely important question. I have an intense fear of public farting. Intense is in all caps. I need advice on how to rip ass without people noticing. Thank you. From B. You could do that thing where you like yell something every time you're about to fart. Like, do you have an intense fear of the fart? Like, oh, people will laugh at me or they'll smell it. Or do you just have an intense fear of like drawing attention to yourself in public in general? Like most people. Because could you just be like, fuck, and then you just let one rip?
No, I think from the email, I'm getting vibes that this person doesn't want any attention. So I think that we've got to find a way that you can fart without anybody noticing and without calling attention to yourself with something like a loud screaming fuck.
This also implies that you are a loud farter.
Yeah.
That you're not letting out silent squeakers. You're just like ripping it.
So I have a solution, but it's gonna take practice. And I think if you can practice in your own home, that's great. But it is gonna take some work. I think what you should do is, you don't want the attention on you, but the fart is going to happen. A noise is going to be heard, and probably a loud one.
It's the rule of life. It's like we all die, we all pay taxes, we all fart.
We all fart real loud. What you have to train yourself to do, and I don't know how this works with the cheeks, but you train yourself to throw your farts. How people throw their voice and make it sound like, they yell and you're looking at them, but it sounds like it's coming from behind you.
Yeah, you just
you have to learn how to do that with your ass.
Just kind of like fling it across the room.
Then you're at a bus stop. You fart, and it's like, well, that wasn't me. We all heard the fart, but that fart came from across the street.
Yeah, that was funny, right, guys?
When that person over there farted, that's wild.
Yeah.
So I think if you can train yourself, and again, it's going to take a lot of practice, but, what are you willing to give for this?
Yeah, how much time and effort are you willing to put in? You could just turn around and be like, anytime you fart, immediately just start screaming, oh, who farted? Oh, fucking gross. Ew. But that's...
that's predictable.
Yeah, that's drawing attention to yourself. Let's take the throwing your fart further, which is like, let's talk sphincter control. Let's talk about like puckering that asshole to the point where when you start farting, like practice it at home in a safe environment where no one can judge you. It's just you and the gas. And you start like making notes. You start learning like how you can whistle, and you can like just make the cheeks bigger, smaller, like blow more air, less. Just learn to play songs with your asshole. So every time you fart, you play like a ringtone. And then people think it's just like, oh, what a fun little like trumpet ringtone that you have. Like, and it's like, sorry guys, I got a text. And you just pull your phone out. Because if your phone's in your pocket, it's near your asshole anyway.
This is good because it can further your career as well. Because, you know, the music industry is, it's becoming a place where people are getting more creative. You know, they're making songs out of anything.
Yeah.
And I think if you take this ability to make your farts into some, like a form of a MIDI keyboard, you then can go and knock on Charlie Puth's door and be like, what note is my ass making right now? He loves that stuff. He's got perfect pitch.
Do you think people around him are like, and he's like, C sharp. He just can't help himself. He just has to do it.
C sharp, more like C sharp. Got him.
Fuck yeah. But yeah, just and like fetishists are really into that, and like you can do like stage performances, like just the more you get, it's just a muscle. Just practice. Get good at it. Like do vocal exercises, but with your asshole.
Oh damn! Really warming it up.
Yeah, stick a lozenge in there.
Yeah.
Just
warm up.
Just good. Butt chug some throat coat tea.
Throat coat. Oh God.
They call me the throat goat.
Oh man, Nancy Reagan, R.I.P. This one comes from Annie.
Good old Annie.
Hello. I accidentally killed my son's pet hamster today. What should I do or tell him? I need to figure something out quick before he comes back from school and notices that his beloved pet is dead. Thanks.
Ooh.
First of all, I do have a question. How did you accidentally kill?
Yeah, are we talking
hamster?
like vacuum, or did you like slice him in half?
Hamsters always die in really fucked up ways.
Yeah, because they're fucking idiots.
They never die from natural causes. They're always going out crazy stuff.
If you saw a giant walking around with a thing that's sucking up the land around you, do you run at that thing? It's like
I've never thought about that. It is just sucking the land
yeah,
around
you're sucking.
you.
It's like sucking up trees and water and all the fucking soil around you, and you're just like, what do I do? Run at it! They're fucking idiots. Because I'm thinking if you just did that, like, oh no, I sat on him, but he's still intact, you can just puppeteer him.
Oh, Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, like rigor mortis has set in. Oh no, he's stiff. That's your time to start putting on like the fake skeleton on him. Then when he's loose again, because rigor mortis doesn't last forever, you just start like shaking him all about, and then the kid comes home. You're like, look, I taught him a trick, and he's just like playing like a little guitar or violin.
So, to go off of that, you don't even need the strings for this, because hamsters, when they're out of the cage, what are they doing? They're in one of those little balls.
Yeah.
Right? What you can do is just get, I'm sure on Amazon or something, they sell little hamster balls that have little wheels on them, and you could use a little remote control.
Yeah, motorized one.
You just put the hamster in there, and he's running around in the ball still. Saying that hamster's not dead, he's running around.
Yeah.
Look at him.
What happened to Snuggles? It's like, dude's fucking, he's getting it. Look at him go.
Look at him, Tokyo Drift.
I think the only way that you get out of this, because that's going to go on forever, you have to change the batteries at some point. I think what you do is you have to let the kids see the hamster die themselves. You have to take the hamster off-road, go out the front door, into traffic. Hopefully the kid doesn't chase it. And once that hamster gets fucking annihilated, then the kid knows Circle of Life is cruel.
That's a really good point, actually. It's like teaching them young the harsh realities of life.
Teach them that the outside world is evil and mean and cruel and out to get them. Instead of you killed his hamster, because then he'll just regret being born from you.
Yeah, I think you need to teach them about the harsh realities of life and maybe even take it a step further. You can own up to your mistakes of like, hey, I accidentally killed the hamster. But then you get your child involved in the funeral. You do a classic Viking funeral, and now you put it in their hands.
Yeah.
And you go, listen.
Putting it in their hands being the bow and arrow on fire.
Exactly. And you say, you have to light the boat on fire. You have to finish this. This is your hamster.
Honey, you got any last words? Write them on this note, and then you wrap that around the arrow.
Mm-hmm. It's a good way for them to let go, you know?
Yeah. And then
it's very symbolic.
You like knight your kid afterwards and say, you're an adult now. You know how the world works.
Yeah.
And that kid will
Time
be...
to pay rent.
Yeah, that kid will grow up to be a hero. Or emotionally fucked up. But that's a later problem. That's when you come back to us at like episode 200 when the kid's older. We give advice now about the hamster now. We worry about our kids' fucked up trauma later when it's happening.
Yeah. We'll all deal with our trauma later. Bottle it up and save it.
Yeah. God. Therapists need to stay in business. But if you teach them that the hamster died like outside of you, that's money. Then you just get to be the hero. You get to come and be like, oh, honey, it's okay. Are you okay? Do you want chicken pot pie? Do you want ice cream?
Do you want chicken pot pie?
Have you seen that clip? Have you watched Bear in the Big Blue House? Big orange bear who's always like sniffing the screen. He's like, you smell like waffles.
And there's the mouse.
Yeah, and there's like another little bear, but there's an outtakes clip where the little mouse and the little bear are like, get the fuck out of my way. And it's like yelling at each other. He's like, you want to make me some chicken pot pie. He's like, get out of my way, you little shit. And then it just cuts to the bear and he's like, what the fuck? It's really
Have you
good.
seen, do you know the SpongeBob episode where they're swearing and it's all like dolphin noises?
Yeah.
So I heard apparently Tom Kenny was talking about it and he was like, yeah, somewhere deep in the Nickelodeon vault is the unedited recordings of that.
Oh, so they actually swore?
Yeah, so originally they were trying to make up fake like swears, but they kept getting caught up because they would try and like make something funny and it was just like it wasn't working. And so whoever was recording was like, well, I mean, we're going to bleep out the sound anyway. So you just swear because it'll feel more natural. Oh, so somewhere there's recordings of SpongeBob and Patrick just cussing up a storm.
Yeah. Maybe it's the way you fucking dress.
I want that. I want it.
I saw, before we get on to our last piece of advice, I saw a thing where Dominic Monaghan and Billy Boyd, Merry and Pippin, are talking about how Star Wars, Lord of the Rings was PG-13, which by today's standards means you're allowed one fuck in the movies. And it's like, where would you put it?
Oh,
and,
man.
I keep trying to think of it. Mine is always like when he knocks the skeleton into the thing and he's like, fucking fool of a toque. Just like getting like really like fucking mad at him, being like, fucking idiot.
Oh, man.
Or like, I am no man. You look upon a fucking woman.
A fucking woman, dude.
Yeah. Or it's like right before Sauron's eye explodes, it's just like, shh, and he looks at the camera and goes, fuck. Boom!
Fuck. I think I would put it right before Gandalf fights the Balrog, and he just goes, fly, you fucks!
You shall not fucking pass!
You shall not fuck!
Oh. Anyway, our last piece of advice comes in from August Fallings. They said, I want to send my long-distance significant other a package for our anniversary, but I'm really stumped on what to send. What do you recommend I send them? Ooh, I think you start plucking hairs. Just from anywhere in your body. You can make them like a heart out of pubic hair if you want. Or something like that. Oh, you know those like felt things people make? Like a little felt doll. And they take like their cat's fur and they start like putting like, it's not crochet. What is it? Just felting? I don't know what it's called. Like needling.
If I'm honest, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, you fucking dumb fuck. It's like felt needling.
Tangentially related, my grandmother had this porcelain doll that she got when she was a little girl, and she used to take it out and show it to me, and it was a horrific looking doll. It just looked haunted. But it had real eyelashes and real eyebrows.
Ew!
Yeah, it was very gross.
Who does that?
Very, very gross. I don't know. And, like, where do they get them from? Where are you getting these eyelashes? Oh, yeah, I know that.
Yeah. Do that, but make it out of your pubic hair. Make like a little monkey, a little heart, a little like... Depending on how many pubes you have, some people like to be shaven, some people not. If you got like the Amazon rainforest down there, you could start like pulling some serious bush to get like a whole like diorama of like your home.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, long distance, thinking of you, and it's like, here's my room with me in it.
Oh.
That'd be so
That's
cute.
nice.
Yeah, and it's like a fun project. It's a hobby. You get to learn a new task.
That's good. You're learning and growing while you're making something for somebody that you love.
Yeah, like spray some perfume on it. Oh, thinking of you. Or you can make a life-size version of yourself out of it. Being like thinking of you. It's like, oh, I get to hug like a felted, needled pubic hair version of you. That's so awesome.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah,
Thanks
keep
so
your
much.
natural pheromones in there.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I think what you should do is to really let them know that you're thinking of them. Is you should hire somebody. I don't know how long distance you guys are, but you should hire sort of like we'll call it like a relationship hitman, where they're following them around constantly, taking photos and videos.
Like a PI.
Yeah, and then you can send them those and be like, always watching and always thinking of you. My
Oh.
love follows you everywhere.
It's like, we're always together.
We're always together.
Wow.
You know,
Jesus
It's like
sees
videos
everything.
of them sleeping. It's videos of them walking down the street. It's,
Yeah,
it's
pulling
everything.
like their toenail clippings out of the bin, being like, haha, thinking of you.
Thinking of you. Oh, I love you and your toenails.
That's cute. That would definitely make me think of the other person a lot.
Yeah, and it's like there's so much effort that goes into that, and I think it, actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, and long distance relationships are hard. And if it ever goes in the pooper, there are services online, at least there used to be, because someone did it to me, where you can send actual animal shit to someone's house. You can just get a Tupperware tub of animal shit. Someone sent me a tub of horse shit one time. And I was like, okay, that service exists. Good to know. I can send shit to anyone's house anytime I want it.
Damn.
You can send your own shit.
Yeah, you could send your own shit to them
Yeah.
and be like, oh, man, what would the card say for that, though?
I made us dinner.
Oh,
Here's the
that's good.
result. Happy 1 year.
Happy 1 year.
Happy anniversary.
I made us dinner. It was really good.
Happy 4 months, babe. It's our 4-week anniversary.
Oh, man.
Anyway, I still think felted pubes are probably the way to go.
Yeah, I think that's the number one.
Yeah, it's not as perishable as the others.
Well, Sean, I think that we should tee ourselves up for the next episode, which I realize we'll have to wait. But let's maybe make the next episode the Reddit episode, where we go through the subreddit, see what people are doing. So you can post your. Let's try and keep it as not visual as we can, because it is a podcast, although we do have the video on YouTube.
The community episode.
Yeah, but we'll check out the Brain Leak subreddit next episode, which is
r/brain leak.
hell yeah, baby, hell yeah, leakers, let's go.
So it's up to you. If the episode is boring, if it fails, if there's not enough content, if it's too short, it's all your fault. So it's up to you to make us look good, which in turn makes you look good.
Yes.
And also, if you want to give us some advice that you want to send over to get our bad opinions on, you can go to questions@brainleakpod.com. Send an email over to that. We'll get it.
Yeah. Oh, you can give us advice on the Reddit episode if you want on how to make our podcast better.
Yeah. What can we do to spice up the podcast? How can we get even leakier than we have before? Live, laugh, leak.
God, that's good. We need to get that made on like a
Crochet.
piece of driftwood or something.
Yeah, embroidered.
Oh man, for my beach themed bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Live, laugh, leak.
Yeah. Anyway, leakers, it's been another fun, exciting episode. I hope you had fun. Anybody that's watching at home through YouTube, there's some finger guns for you. Anyone who's listening, pew pew, there's some audible finger guns for you.
Just try put in just actual gunshot sounds.
There's gunshots for you as well. Duck and dodge. Maybe don't listen to it at nighttime when you're out on your run.
Yeah, but if you
live in a sketchy neighborhood.
Keeps you on your toes.
Yeah. But as we always say here, love you leakily.
Love you, leakily.
Love you, leak you, leave you. Bye.
Drip, drip.
Drip, drip. I like that.